What's up, guys? This is Patrick. Are you interested in living life and having it abundantly? Well, this is what my channel is about, and this is what you're going to learn. So, today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about living an abundant life and the things that you are going to need in this modern day and age. So, I'm sure you guys are aware that generative AI exists. It is incredibly powerful. It's not a search engine. It's able to generate thinking, come with ideas, and automate a lot of things. And that's only going to move in bigger dimensions and bigger growth and multiplicity. I mean, you look at the inventions of the 3D printer, pacemakers, self-automated cars, and all you have to do is add that AI onto all these things. And there's people that are actually speculating that what's going to end up happening is people that are not adopting or late to evolve are going to be left behind. They're going to be on government subsidies. They're going to be out of a job because they're going to be replaced. It's easier to have somebody make a machine that is consistent and automated instead of trying to automate somebody that is less educated or less disciplined. And that's an issue if you want to continue being the same. But if you're on this video, you're probably not that kind of person. You probably want to break the monotony. You kind of want to change things up in your life. If you're that kind of person, that's why you're here. So when working with where you're at in your life and wanting to have life abundantly in this new landscape, what you are going to need to have and develop are people skills more than any other time before, because people are better than the AI. And it's the people that use the generative AI with them to synergize. Guess what the AI doesn't have? It doesn't have a soul. Because it doesn't have a soul, it can't synergize the way human beings can. And there's this word, it's called cross-pollination. Cross-pollination, that's basically sub-communication. It's like Sigmund Freud. You say one thing and you really meant to say your mother. Your subconscious mind and being present, not automated, not in your default network, but in greater, higher order thinking. These capacities in your mind are going to be the thing that is needed. So number one, in order to do this and adopt yourself to this new lifestyle, is to number one, understand the language. You have to understand the language in order to speak the truth about it. Now, some people want to say the truth is that AI is going to win. That it's, and, it's like this arena, right? And it's like degenerative AI. And that's exactly why people aren't adopting it, because they're just seeing a reflection and extension of themselves. Now, AI is only going to reflect back what you put into it. It's a system, it has inputs. That's the same thing with yourself. How your mindset is, what you let inside your mind, how you compute yourself, what you focus on, what you think, what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish. Some things are out of your control. Some things are above you and require higher order thinking. They require a higher order to help you. Now, what I teach is subcommunication, becoming present, mindfulness, getting into your body so you know what your body is saying. Because there's an intuitive understanding, a spiritual connection, because our bodies are mind, body, and soul. It's a composite of the three of these. Now, when you are engaging in subcommunication, speaking the language, it's any discipline. You're going to have positive movements, negative movements. You're going to have patterns, but it's always filtered through the person. It's always filtered through you. AI, generative AI, does not have that. And if your mental health is not right, it doesn't matter what there is. We have cars. We have phones. We have everything in the world, but people are miserable. People are, they're stuck on, these older ways. I'm here to get you to understand where you can see potential in what you do with what you have. And you have a lot more than you think. And when you are just committed, when you have a path, when you go for your path, when you become present to what your path is, that's when you're able to understand not only what the language is saying, but what it actually means, the deeper meaning. Because there is a deeper meaning. There's a deeper meaning about AI and humans. It's not going away. It's not done. It's only just beginning. It's going to be everywhere, if you haven't seen it already. But intelligent use is a dime a dozen. Now, understanding subcommunication, trusting your intuition, listening with your body, your heart, connecting with God, engaging deeper into the present moment, being eyes open. That's the engagement process, but knowing where your body is, that you deserve better to get unstuck. And you'll just see how you can become unstuck. Gratitude helps. The problem is usually not resources, it's resourcefulness, and a lot of people have become stagnant in their purpose. They stopped looking. It's in the glimmer of the eyes that you can see somebody on their purpose and their intention. And you can see that too inside yourself when you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's natural, it's normal. Right? But we've been programmed and automated based off of past conditionings, ancient artifacts, and people don't judge you. They don't judge you like, okay, that's the lifestyle that you live. There's hardships for everybody. Do you want to be on the receiving end that life comes up and says, hey, we're going to shift you around, now you got to move, now you're gentrified by these up and coming people? Do you want to be the up and coming people? Why even have everything in the world and then lose your soul? Well, you have so much you don't even fully appreciate it. I see it inside my own self too. That's the only way I'd be able to talk about it. The full extent of what you've been given. It's kind of difficult to really appreciate and look at that all until it has a purpose, until it has meaning. Then it gets put to use, and the excess, it falls away. What are you going to need the excess for? It naturally does that, whether you're conscious of it or you're not conscious of it. So what you have is the present moment, the gift of now. And then you can use things the best that you possibly can. I like having awareness of what my body is saying, so I know how to put up boundaries, things that are no longer serving me. Your body will speak, oh, this is going to stagnate me. Oh, this makes me feel this way. Being more in tune with your body and listening through it, through all the capacities, the inner places, the inner awarenesses, as people are speaking, guess what? Neurons that fire together wire together. And you have mirror neurons that allow you to connect into somebody else. And when you connect into them, the parts of your brain are going to wire as they are speaking when you learn deeper connection. And the subcommunication communicates more information as you come to learn the language. You begin to cross-pollinate one discipline and its language, its insights, its intuition, its wisdom, its perspective, its way of thinking. Now all of a sudden you're hearing normal words or basic language. Now you have a completely original thought that comes out of nowhere. But that happens when you're committed. You want to call it the reticular activation system? You can. And then the information that comes your way can serve the direction you're already going in. You're moving, the ideas come by. Oh, wait a minute, that one's going fast. You might hang on that idea and you might be able to go a little bit faster. It's what insight, inspiration does. And when we're around people, we're able to do that. Then we can begin to program the generative AI from a place of generativity. See, people are doing it completely wrong. Disordered ways, degenerative AI. It's only going to be as generative as you are as a person. What can you give? What can you add? That's going to shake your life up. If you have a purpose, and we all have a purpose. If you have a purpose and you follow your purpose, you follow your dreams, it's going to open up even more. Now you have more powerful technology that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the potential of it. Serving you, serving humanity. You know, I was hearing like this dystopian awareness that like, yeah, you know, they're going to switch over to, and you know, I synthesize it with some of my own ideas. You know, the US coin, it's going to be switched to the US coin. And, you know, I already work with people that are on food cards, you know what I mean? That they don't know how to use like Google and stuff like that. And it's so like, you know, you hear the dystopian bit for like, you know, somebody that's not used to that standard of life, that doesn't want to live on that reactive kind of path. It's like, I've seen people content with it. And it's like the old ancient artifacts of culture, of the ways of doing things, or heritage, right? You know, there's this quote, it says that tradition is the corpse of wisdom. And when we allow tradition to use us, instead of us using tradition for a higher purpose, a higher order, we lose that very essence. Our life becomes dull. Now, if we use tradition in a meaningful way for a higher purpose, continuously going higher and higher, then yeah, it played a part. You've been given these guidelines. When do the guidelines become stagnation? You must think that. When are you capable of hunger for more? This is like Dora the Explorer, right? What is it you truly want? I was gonna say sarcastic. Good. Yeah, ask yourself today, what can you do that is going to elevate humanity? It's gonna elevate your neighbor, your friend, your family, your constituents, your coworkers, your clients, your mentees, your supervisees, your bosses, your mentors, your business owners, your stakeholders, your local community, any of that. It goes higher, it's a higher order. So how can you be of service? And how can AI serve you? If you guys like this video, this is Patrick from High Shield Coaching. Like, subscribe, and see more information that's meant to help you live life and live it abundantly.